Hello, welcome to another English Sparkling with Tweedy video. Sorry it's just my back garden, but it is raining and it's dark. So at this point in the evening, heading to more interesting surroundings doesn't particularly appeal. This is going to struggle, isn't it, with this horrible lighting. I've got a light attachment on my camera there. This is the second of the 3 bottles that I ordered from Wiston. Previously I was talking about the Blanc de Blanc, and I've just skipped the Blanc de Noir. I drank it without recording tasting notes for it, because I have covered that before at some point. These are all 2018 vintages. You may recall in that previous video I said that there was a special offer. Was it 130 for 3? So they work out just over £40 each, which is not extremely cheap, but Wiston I think are a pretty good producer, and 2018 was a very good year. So I don't know, it was just a case of they sent me an email and all I had to do was click a few buttons, and in return I would get some English sparkling, which I knew I would quite like. I'm going to try and I always say this at the start, don't I? I'm going to try and hurry this because I'm getting rained on. I don't have a tarp up or even an umbrella or anything. It's just me sat in my back garden pointlessly getting wet. So I'm going to try and hurry this along. 2018 vintage Rosé and Wiston. Does it really need any more blurb than that? Colour looks pleasantly bronze, but that could just be the weird effect of this artificial light. Not much mousse there, I noticed, in that first glass at least, but a nice healthy stream of bubbles. There is that sort of, to my eyes, I'm getting that nicely illuminated with the light shining very close to it, but perhaps on camera it just looks rubbish. I did take a glimpse at the official tasting notes on the back, and fruit-wise there was talk of raspberries and blood orange. Interesting. I think I would agree on the raspberries. There's definitely some red berry fruit there. And I think I'm getting something autolytic-y as well. Did it possibly say brioche? I think I might agree with them there. Shall I just read their tasting notes for once and have a glass and go back inside? That would make my life so much easier, and nobody could say it was completely irrelevant if those are the official tasting notes. I'm not sure that I'm getting the blood orange. There is maybe something slightly citrusy on the side of the raspberries. I don't know if I'd exactly pinpoint them down as raspberries, but it's within the realm of red berry fruit. And there is that nice, slightly cakey, slightly almost custardy, brioche egg custard tarts. Those Portuguese little pastry tarts, what are they called? Pastel de nata, is it? That sort of custardy, pastry, bready, cakey sort of thing, which I think is in the ballpark of brioche. I agree. Brioche and red berry fruit, possibly the blood orange, I don't know. Have I given that a swirl yet? A little bit sort of livelier after a swirl, hint of sherbet dib-dabs, that sort of thing on the nose. Maybe I'm getting the orange, I don't know. Maybe. Shall I just say yes, rather than agonise over it? Lovely, fresh berry delight on the palate. Definitely there in the realm of raspberries. I'm reminded of raspberry mousse, because I was getting a sort of mousse-like sensation on the palate. Lovely, tingling texture from those bubbles there. Vaguely reminiscent of mousse as in the dessert rather than mousse as in the head on a glass of sparkling wine. Quite soft, quite delicate, but quite lovely. The zing is a bit less than a typical Wiston. This would have been made under the watch of Dermot Segru back in 2018, at least the first stages of the winemaking, before Marcus Rayner Ward took over a few years later. And normally you'd expect his wines to be really quite zingy, really quite bold on the acidity, but that's actually on the more gentle side, which I think works here because you get to appreciate this sort of soft, delicate berry fruit character. It's very elegant, very light, lovely texture, really levitates off the tongue there. You're almost inhaling this rather than drinking it. Very nice. Yeah, I don't know if I want to say any more than that. It's just very, very pleasant, really. A lot of red berry fruit character. There's a lot of Pinot character in there. Sometimes rosés can be surprisingly more towards a sort of Chardonnay-esque style. A lot of apple and lemon. This is not like that. Very sort of delicate, soft, light, effervescent in a sort of floaty way. Really nice berry fruit character. I want to go inside now because it's raining. I'm going to stop talking, but it's nice. Will that do? Cheers.